Hello friends, welcome you all once again in lecture series Manufacturing Technology. I am Amit Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Suresh Kyan Vihar University, Jaipur. Today is the 24th lecture of this series and the topic of the today lecture is hydroforming. So let us start. The objective of today's lecture is to improve the formability of aluminum alloy sheet at room temperature. So today we're discussing about some hydroforming techniques and what are the improvement formability to be by which the aluminum alloy sheet will be improved at the raw temperature. Lecture, the student will be able to understand that hydroforming is specialized type of die forming technique that use a high pressure hydraulic fluid to press room temperature working material into a die. So today we're discussing about all the terms related to the hydroforming and their types, their specialization, and there are the different types of die forming used to find the hydroforming, and some examples that we were discussing to the lecture, as well as some multiple choice questions will be asked regarding to the hydroformings, or it will be beneficial for you to study in the competitive examination, CAT examination, or any other examination related to the technical skills. So let's start the session. That is hydroforming. First of all, we're discussing about what is the hydroforming. The word content, that means hydroforming. It's the manufacturing of a hollow body with complex geometry by means of fluid pressure. So basically, the hydroforming means that it is a hydro. That means the form of liquid, and forming it to give the formation by the hydraulic pressure. So basically, so term related that the terms indicates that hydro. If you're dividing the hydroforming, divided into two parts, so you can find out the hydro, the one word, and another one is the forming. So hydro, that means the liquid, or the we can say that some fluid medium, and the forming, that means the formation of any shape as per your desire. So with the help of the hydro, that is with the help of the fluid or liquid, pressurize to increase in the fluid pressure, and by the increase of fluid pressure you can press the die or press any object where to can form the desired shape, what type of shape you want to fabricate. So we will be understand that it is a very common process, and now very popular because with the help of the fluid pressure. Because this type of new technique are invented in nowadays, and for example, if you want to make a tube, or if you want to make any cylindrical tube, that is will help made by the hydroforming processes. Because generally that we know that the hydroforming, that is the word hydroforming, I'm just repeating continuously. That is the meaning, that means the fluid pressure basically. The pressure of the fluid applying on that particular area where to the formation of any name which will indicate. So there are the two types of hydroforming. The first is the tube hydroforming, and second one is the sheet hydroforming. So these all the two part different popularly known as the hydroforming terms. Just repeat once again, that is a common process, and it is generally used in the manufacturing industries for making any desired shape by the application of fluid pressure. So that way the definition we can say the hydroforming is the manufacturing of hollow body with complex geometry by means of the fluid pressure. So there are the two types of hydroforming. The first is the hydroforming, tube hydroforming. The second is sheet hydroforming. What happens in this? You can see in this diagram that the diagram shows that there are two die you can see here. You can see in this diagram that is these are die. These are the two die, upper part and the lower part, and you can see a place in the material which you want to fabricate from this shape, and you can apply the pressure on the die by the hydraulic pressure or the fluid pressure by means of very heavy, we can say heavy pressure are used in the in that point, and where this point will be compressed and they form the new shape with the help of the internal die which we have fabricated from material are fill up, and you can with the help of this you can understand it is a sheet type of hydroforming basically a form. So each and every industries now basically we are working on the hydro forming due to their several advantages. It is now very popular because the reason is that mainly if you want to make some bottle, For example, is a cylindrical bottle or any type of tube you designed for the purpose of making the cylindrical bar section. So what we do, you can make the sheet, and from that plan sheet, and you can apply the cylindrical die. That is, you can dies will be mentioned as a shape for cylindrical. But how it can happen? You can apply the fluid inside that and just have it high pressure. And this high pressure, what happened that the fluid will be compressed, this all the dye which is converted into the cylindrical section. That's why it is converted into the desired form. So that's why we can say it is a very common process and hydroforming process, or we can generally say. So there are two types of hydroforming: the tube hydroforming and the sheet hydroforming. So that the two type of hydroforming, one of them first we're discussing about the tube hydroforming. The term indicate that we can fabricate the tube. First of all, we fabricate the tube by the help of hydraulic pressure, that is fluid pressure. Forming, that means to give the formation of shape as per the design. So the first, that is used when a complex shape is needed, when it is a requirement, when the complex shape is needed. Second is a section of cold rolled steel tube is placed into a closed die set. So when required, first of all, the complex shape will be needed. First of all, second one is a section of cold rolled steel tube is placed into a cold die set. So when we are fabricate a cold steel tubing, so at that time it is required for manufacturing by the tube hydroforming. Second, it is a pressurized fluid is introduced into the end of the tube. So a pressurized fluid, so basically it is used by the introduced into the type of fluid. Fourth one, that is the tube is reshaped to the confine of the cavity. So these are some basically reason to use of the tube hydroforming. What we do basically, you can see here, this is the die, upper part and the lower part. In between you can place the sheet of paper and just apply, fill up with the full fill up by the internally liquid fluid, and you can apply the high pressure on the fluid to the transfer to the sheet, and this sheet will be combinedly just form a shape which is a circular tube, or we can say circular, as you can say the roller tube. So these are the very basic common structure, or we can, it is a very helpful to understand the tube hydroforming meaning. So the requirement of the tube hydroforming is very commonly nowadays used because it has several advantages. So if you suppose, if you want to make some cylindrical bar, if you want to make some circular type section fabricate, and it will be, first of all you have to select the sheet of the material. What material you have to select it is the most important, because depending upon the fluid pressure, because suppose if example you have to select the aluminium, then the pressure required for the aluminium is, first of all you identify how much the fluid pressure requirement to just give the shape of aluminium like tube wise. If you want to select for the steel material, then what type of material have you specific pressure required to convert the shape by the fluid. So this is just the first of all requirement of the some basic study related to the pressure, related to the, we can say that material, or the fluid property. The basically fluid property is the most important. What the fluid property we required for the increasing the tube. So this all the types of basically we understand the factors which is related the tube forming. So any we can say that the 4 times, that is, but there are a lot limitation. You can just put, you can just apply. That is used when it complex shape is needed. So when the complex set is needed, it is does not any specification we have to identify. We do not have any idea how it can measure, how it can identify. That is easy. So these all are the terms basically related to the hydroform. Another one, that is when a section of a cold roll steel tube is placed into a closed die set. So the reason of making of tube hydroforming, that is a section of cold rolled steel. So cold rolled steel, that means you can see here, this is the section first of all converted to the, this, if you want to make this pipe section. And what we do that is section related to this internally part. if you want to fabricate this final section, so what we do just placing between the two cylindrical here, cylindrical sheet you can see here, and this cylindrical sheet placed between the two roller, and roller will join the steel, and between that you apply some fluid, and you can see this shape will be formed like this one. This one will be formed by pressing the fluid, and we apply the fluid completely inside that, and with the help of some time it will be pressed, and we can wait for a few minutes, or we can say that a condition to be converted as per the desired of material formation. After that it will be, you can remove the material, and with this formation will be okay. So this type of a shape you will be formed by the help of the hydroforming machine. So the tube hydroforming, you can fabricate this type, but it is very commonly popular, or it will easy. It's very easy to understand. This is the nature of fluid. So fluid, you can use the fluid as a water or any other specific type of fluid which is having the capacity to give the shape as per the desired with the certain temperature pressure. But when you are increasing the too much amount of pressure, it means basically that to increase in the temperature, so maintain this temperature, you have to liquefy or to maintain the cold region, because we know that during the cold region, most of the fluid having the very low temperature, and that during the low temperature, material react with the shrinking. So this type of problem you will be removed by the understanding the basic fundamentals of the hydrocarbon forming. So it is just a simple, or we can say a very popular type of a technique which is used in the nowadays in the industry. Or we can say that if you want to make some steel bottle for purpose of drinking, so that you will also fabricate by this. This type of pipe basically we use for the pipeline, or we can say that the where the construction of pipeline are open. So this type of shape are generally used for the pipes which is used for our domestic home purpose, or any other, we can say, for making any complex or like this. So this tube will be very beneficial. So this type of tube will be designed with the help of the tube hydroforming technique. And it is the tube hydroforming technique, basically we can say that why it is called tube, because it's converted this it is basically the fetching the structure of the formation is a tube to providing the fluid pressure on that to give the shape appropriate as per the requirement. So that time we will be understand that all the pressure, all the terms which we are affected, we can need a tool forming. That is the first of all, we can say some pressure for fluid property we required from fluid property, and after the fluid property you have to apply for material of selection, that is workpiece of material. Then another one is the mechanical property related to the fluid property, and because if you know that the fluid property have a requirement very much more, because we do not have any idea if then what we do, we do not form the material for easily. We do not form the material easily. So that's why for making the good material or a proper shape material, we have to identify first of all the hydroforming material. So this problem we have fabricated, this problem we have discussed with the help of this. All this stuff related that which will be helpful for us. Now it is a very popular technique, and everyone everywhere the small scale industry to large scale industry will be used for this type of technique, because it is we can say it eco friendly. It did not give any pollutant, or we do not have any requirement of any other type of fuel for running this type of machine. So this is a type of saving of fuel, altered fuels, or we can say that utilization of water. Because but the limitation that is you have just requirement of a water for applying this type of float. So because it is not pneumatic. Pneumatic that means the use of the air, but we do not use the air. We use the hydrogen, because we know that if you use the air, then if you compare the hydroforming or the pneumatic forming, that hydroforming is sufficient for that, because it applies too much pressure, because the fluid has some weight, fluid has some mass, and it is used for the apply on the particular works area. So which is very useful type of technique to use nowadays generally, which is very helpful, and it has some idea to if you have any idea, if you have any make a circular cylinder like this tube type cylinder. So you must be select easily by the help of the hydroforming. And this hydroforming is generally used for maintain the quality of a circular bar, maintain the quality of we can say maintain the quality of structure what you want to fabricate by the help of the fluid pressure. So basically the fluid pressure is the most important part. You can apply the fluid pressure on that particular point. So that's why it is easy to understand, easy to fabricate this type of a tube type of forming. Where forming, that this forming is, you can divide a three word, basically tube, that means you can cylindrically want to make a shape. Third one is hydro, or that means the use of the fluid pressure. Forming, that means you can apply the pressure on that point and you can just convert that type of shape on the final design. So forming, that means the conversion of the shape as per your design, as per your imagination. So you can design that type of shape by the application of the fluid. So this fluid will be useful basically is a main part, or is the main apply the working of that material, which really help to convert this type of shape easily. So this type of material have to be designed very commonly, and now the tube forming is used for the our purpose. Now the second one is the sheet hydroforming method. Sheet hydroforming method, it indicates that sheet metal is forced into a female cavity by the water under pressure from a pump or by the press action. The sheet metal is deformed by the punch which act against the T pressure, which against the pressure. That is, you can understand. That is, we can say if you can apply the pressure like this, you can apply the pressure for that. You can apply the pressure. That means it is very easy to understand. Or the knot, that is sheet hydroforming. Sheet hydroforming that provide a work harder as the sheet is forced against the blank to the field. So what we do basically in this, you can apply the sheet the female cavity. That means you can say these are the dye, and you can check the pressure of liquid here. You can apply the water from that point, and you can check the pressure of the water which is required for the same. So you can apply and between the material and just press to hold and both the joints, and you just imagine that pressure will be applied, water high pressure will be applied the water, and the formation of that sheet will be converted into the final design. So these are the types of force we are applying on the sheet metal, sheet hydroforming method. So if you design what is the difference between the tube hydroforming and the sheet hydroforming? So the tube hydroforming and the sheet hydroforming is basically understand that a tube will be designed by designed that it will be easily as compared to sheet, because it has some structure providing for that. Both are used for the same purpose, but if you can understand that the tube will be easy, or it easy to fabricate. It is not any type of requirement of the material for press amount of we can say any external agent will be used for the sheet metal forming. So there's a type of a sheet hydroforming. Okay, so with the application of the fluid, you can just apply the sheet pressure of the sheet and it convert into final design. So you can carry the pump, carry the water from the high pressure from a pump, or by the press action or any other type of motor or electric material you have selected for. The sheet metal is formed due to the heavy punch. You can deform by the punch with against the pressure of the water. So the punch you can apply the punch here on the area prior to want to convert this type of section. So you will be really easily available. Usually you have to select the type of material to be cut properly. So this is a type of technique which is used nowadays generally, and having the good response in the industry to design the such type of material by the sheet forming, hydroforming, or the tube hydroforming. Because we know that the tube hydroforming have a very common type of material technique, because for the application of fluid we have to save the material first of all. We have to save the material. We have we can say we have to save the earth, that is by the pollution. There is no pollution. This is a no pollution type of use because then you can recycle that type of water. You can continuously use this water, which there is no wastage of water in this type of technique. there is a main advantages for that. So if you want to make a hydroforming technique, so you have to select very easily, and you have to fabricate this type of material very with a minimum investment of cost. Because as you know that in the village, if you have to just make apply a plant for that, and you have to select idea to generate or to develop a plant for the hydroforming in the village, then everyone want to apply. You can just is it easy to treat and easy to learn this type of technique. There is no any complications we faces for that. So during the machining, we have a just understand what type of pressure, what are the kind of pressure we are adopted for that particular material are deformed. So you can see the formed. So that we have just some skills we required for to understand the water pressure, water quality, material types, and selection of the proper material for the selection of the appropriate fluid for that particular material. And how much pressure we required for just give the formation of the sheet to convert into the final desired product. So these are some basic information you have to know. If you have an idea about this type of problem techniques, it easy to understand or easy to operate it. But there is no any skill type of labor required until you have to an idea about some basic knowledge of the pressure requirement, material requirement, material selection, volume property, fluid requirement for that particular material. So these are some smallest are the some common type of techniques we you have to adapt it for to making the material as per by the help of the sheet metal forming hydroforming technique or the tube hydroforming technique. So these are the some common type of technique which we generally use for the material. So these are the some examples which I am giving to you that is very popular type of technique. You have to just mention, and when you have to any idea, you can operate it that way. But you have to require the more amount of water for that. It is a main condition for operating the hydroforming technique. Because without the water, you cannot apply this type of technique to anywhere because the water is the main source of this machine to perform. So you can easily apply, but you require some water, which is large, huge quantity, and high pressure water required. So you have to maintain the pressure which is to be converted at a desired shape as what that shape you want to give, it will be converted easily. So hopefully you can understand the function of tube hydroforming and the sheet hydroforming. Now discuss the next point, that is the applications of the that is the application industry, automobile industry. So first of all, the we can say the automobile industry. You can fabricate this type of all the type of a design, that is a sanitary user pipe with varying diameter, T joint, aerospace lighter, and strip parts. So if you want to make this type of a part, if you want to fabricate this type of, you can make the help of the you can make with the help of the hydroforming technique. So this type of material you just see here, this type of material are designed by the basically the tube hydroforming techniques. So because you know now the design is for this, if you want to make a cylindrical for a cylindrical exhaust pipe, that is you can see this is the exhaust pipe of the engine. So this exhaust pipe of the engine are fabricated by the tube hydroforming because you know that there is a tube section we require for that, and it is easy to, and you can make a complex shape or easy shape by applying for that. So these are some also application in the IC. This tube are all type of technique is also applicable in the making the part of IC engine, and it's now very. That's why it is very commonly popular because in the automobile industry or any other type, any other respective industry who make the working with the fabrication of a tube section or the T section or the I section, like diameter of any component. So they have to use this tube type of hydroforming technique. It is just basically now at time it is very commonly popular. It is the very commonly popular technique in the we used adopted for that. So that's why we are selecting this type of material. It's easy to understand, and there is a no any we can say limitation because this type of technique have made the material by complex shape as well as and the simplest shape or what type of shape desired we want to make if, with the help of this hydroforming. So you want to also make this type of shape. So these are the some application. You can see pipe the diameter, varying diameter. So varying diameter, that means the if you suppose if you make the five pipe and may combine together with the help of welding, and you can want to join the material together with the at different varying diameters. For one example, one is at 100 diameter, second one is at 200 diameter, and a 50 diameter. So you can also make this type of diameter and can combine together and make the single component after mixing, after welding. So this type of technique is generally used to adopt it for the manufacturing of this type tube type or this type of material you will. But the material selection is very important. Yes, the material selection is very important because first of all you have to identify what material you want to use for the operation. Because for that material, how much pressure will required for the deform and apply pressure. So you have to be identify first of all that particular pressure will required for this material. So you have to just to initiate that to increasing the pressure and what we do for increasing the pressure of that particular pressure that material will the water will be very increasing the high pressure and to remove the shape. So you have to idea you have selected for this type of material. So before selection this, you just keep in mind that how much amount of quantity pressure you generated, and it is possible to get for the water, and it is not possible. So you first of all identify all the things that is related to the application of this product. Now the application, there are too much application in the automobile industry. So you can see this is a body shell, driving shaft, assembled cam, exhaust system, engine cooling system, radiator frame, safety requirement, engine bearer, integral member, cross member, frame structure part, and the axle element. These all are the applications of an automobile industry. Or you can fabricate this all the part with the help of the tube hydroforming or sheet hydroforming in the automobile industry. So there are the various. You can see there are the various types of applications are available in now in this time. Why fabricate with the help of the we can say with the help of tube hydroforming, because generally the tube section is generally now very commonly popular for making the for such type of part in the industry. Because in automobile, you know that you can see this diagram, that is a car having a different component are visible inside, and then inside structure you have to see here. Various pipes and various type of cylindrical bar, cylindrical section and tubes, and all this type of design of the design are made by the tube hydroforming technique. And this is a very now very popular because the application are here. So for the application, that is a body shell be required for the same. So body shell, driving shell, all the examples are suitable for making the this type of design with the help of the hydroforming. So that's why we can say hydroforming, it is very commonly and now very rapidly used in the market to, or basically in the automobile industry, basically it used for the same. And it helped the also to fabricate a complex design, and the radiator frame also fabricated during exhaust system. Basically, you can use the exhaust system in the car or any automobile. It is also fabricated by the hydroforming. So they are the different frame structure, bomb structure, axle elements. These all are the type of examples, name, particular products name or particular you can say parts name of the car. We are designed by the hydroforming technique, which is now very popular and easy to use with the help of only the virtual requirement having the water. And with the water, you have to an idea how to can fabricate it. This is a very common type of technique we are adopted nowadays in industry, because recent time we have an idea how we can fabricate. So from time we have to idea that water is also used if you use the water and the high pressure, and then you can also apply for the same. And we are doing the practical for that work, and it is easy to succeed and it's successful it will done. So that means all the type of now automobile are using this type of hydroforming technique for fabrication of all this automobile material respective to the tube or T section or any circular section. You can fabricate easily. Yes, that is also section. That is a materials use selection for that. A material section for that means steel. You can use the steel that is a mild or harder steel you selected for this also. Stainless steel, aluminum steel, copper tube basically used for the research work. So the research continues to expand the capability of the hydroforming processes. So you can design the material. You can apply the material by the application of the with the help of the material which is used for the steel, stainless steel, aluminum steel, copper steel is used for the same. So this type of technique or materials are generally used because it have a capacity of water have a capacity to be just give the formation or we convert the shape with the help of high pressure of this particular material, because you know that the steel is very hard material and stainless steel the soft material to hard material, this all type of material you have to select it for the application of hydroforming. So material in the case that you have to select it for steel, because we know that the steel is a very popular and very heavy or very hard material that is very good mechanical with a good mechanical property. So this respective this you have to select it for the steel for the same to making the hydroforming. Now that is very popular for that. Stainless steel is aluminum steel are commonly for the use. Aluminum is used for only used for the we can say aluminum is used for the material which having the good strength, and we can say the material having the good property, good material, or having the idea for the respective material. So that's why we can say that it is easy to understand, it is easy to fabricate, which is not a different heavy task to identify. So that's why this is a very common type of technique for use for hydroforming. So now you can see here, this is now second part, that is we can say the design consideration. The design consideration in this case we can say the product tool die equipment. So product tool die and equipment, we have to understand the product die. What is the type of product we fabricate with the help of the design consideration? First of all, the geometry. We first of all identified what geometry we required. Second is the thickness, distribution, dimension, accuracies, and tolerances were required for that. Second one, that is the surface finishing, microstructure, mechanical and metrological property and hardness were required for the product. So some basically for design manufacturing, you have to consider the product quality some of the product specifications were required. If you want to make a product with the help of the hydroforming technique, hydroforming method, so for the product you must be have an idea to geometry. The geometry related, that is the term are from the geometry of the cut material, thickness or distribution, dimension accuracy, what dimension you require and how much dimension accuracy required for the same. Okay, so and the second one, that is the surface finishing also required. So what type of surface finishing you want? Some smooth finishing, very high finishing, moderate finishing, or a microstructure property also requires. So microstructure property, that means you can also check the microstructure property after completion of this working of the hydroforming tube. Forming, that is we can set as the surface finishing or microstructure formation, and have any other complex idea that you can find out with the help of the material by internally microstructure, because from applying the pressure, high pressure, so some it may be a chance that some structure will be changes, or some chemical or meteorological property will be changes. So for preventing this, you have to select the material for the same. So the microstructure or mechanical property you have to identify by applying the some mechanical property, meteorological property, or hardness you can identify, because the because the high pressure used, some material will be used for the same. So these all are the some technique which we are adopted for the geometry of material. Second is the tool die. Tool die, that means the geometry of the tool, material hardness, the surface conditions, and the stiffness and accuracy. So what type of material you selected for that? So tool die, that is geometry of the tool, material used for that, and surface conditions and stiffness and accuracy required for the same. So what type of material you have to adapt it for that? So these are the some techniques which is we use for the geometry. The geometry, that means if you want to make a single point cutting tool, the multi-point cutting tool, what type of tool you selected for that? Hardness, that is from Wickner hardness, document hardness, and if you would add different types of hardness, you will be check first of all to measure the what fabrication to this tool, and so some surface condition are to be fabricated. So some surface condition is used. That means we have to use for the material having the good stiffness and accuracy. Accuracy is the most important, because you have to identify the accuracies will be finishing. That means you have to set idea for that. Then the equipment, if you can for the equipment, that is the press capacity. How much the press capacity, so what pressure we require for the same speed and production rate The speed of the production rate we required for the material is very and force and pressure capability, rigid and accuracy. That's this all are the some design consideration we have to mention for making the material very easy to fabricate it and very good quality. So the design consideration as a part of our design, that means if you want to fabricate any design of a product, so what are the consideration that means what type of factors you have to must keep in mind for during the before operating the machine. So that is the some this other point that this point are divided in three category. The first category, that is a product category, second is a tie tool and die category, and third one is the equipment category. So that is we can say that a press capability is the most important first to identify for the equipment capability, speed, production rate, and the force and pressure capability. Basically, the first is the force and pressure. How much pressure we require to press that material with and then it converted the particular pressure forces and it convert into the desired shape. So first of all, you can identify. You have to identify which type of a technique will be as of. So what a rigid and accuracy. That means rigidity will required for a with a good accuracy. And accuracy is used because if you want to make this component by the hydroforming, so there is no part will be leakage will be you have to prevent for that. So everything is will be perfect and you can make the we can use the easy we can use the strong or a good accuracy because it will not any leakage type of problem we use for the future. So for preventing this, we have to just keep in mind that all the types are to be understand very well. So these are some techniques generally used for manufacturing or to identify the technique is easily to be used for the cell. Another design consideration work piece material is the most important. The first of all, you check the material yield strength, surface condition, geometry of tube, outside diameter, tube wall thickness, roughness, and properties of the welding line, etc. You have to first of all identify the some work piece of material and material basically you selected for the high strength. What are you first of all you check the yield strength where the material is lose the elasticity and convert it into plasticity. So that was surface condition is required for the fan. And what material you have to select it is the most important. That is every material has some different yield strength. And what surface condition we have the material are found roughness and other found the smoothness. So basically, if you want to make some geometric tube, then you can first of all identify the outer diameter, inside diameter, tube wall thickness, tube wall roughness, tube wall property, welding, line, all these type of factors you have to identify from if you are designing, you use a design for hydroforming technique. If you make the hydroforming material by the help of the hydroforming. So these are the work and piece material we used. Second one is pressure consideration. Pressure consideration, that means the liquid pressure in the die cavity is approximately 30 to 150 megapascal. And the material at that point, the metal yield strength that you can find out. Then you can find out the wall thickness, inner radius of the sharpest cross section corners. You can first of all identify this all the section during the manufacturing of the product. So the liquid pressure is also die cavity we used. Now in the form of the some deformation zone. Deformation zone, that means the deformation mechanism model used for the analysis. So and after that, if there is some defects will be found, that you can identify the deformation mechanism used for the model. First of all, check in the some software that in computer fluid dynamics. You can use the software for the ANSYS software for find out find out by any defect if found will be found. Then you can identify this. Second is the metal flow velocity strain rate or strain. So metal flow, the velocity strain rate or strain with the kinematics help. Stresses distribution zone you can also identify for the same. So these are the some technique we adopted for this. Effective temperature on hydroforming, that is the probability of the lightweight material usually increasing at the elevated temperature level. So first of all, I identify the meltability of warming. So forming technical forming with selecting the heating enable the manufacturing of lightweight part and also reduce the number of manufacturing steps and the part consolidation. Second is that the internal stresses are released at a high temperature, hence the reducing the defect and provide the better finishing of the product. Third one is that it is used the tool and the hydraulic medium as medium of the transporting it as the axle we use for the SAM. Now the advantages of the hydroforming are first extraordinary design flexibility. These are found in this type of hydroforming technique. Fewer parts, lower tool cost due to the fewer parts. Weight reduction through more efficient section design and tailoring of the wall thickness. Improved structure strength and stiffness. Light, or we can say tight dimensional tolerance, and low spring back or reduced creep are to be used for the hydroforming. Some we can also compare to the conventional steel body structure at 50% less weight, 45% less part, that is less tool or less assembly, 45% less welding being required, lighter the tolerance we have to some advantages. But there is some also disadvantage that are the slow cycle time or the expensive equipment and lack of expensive knowledge best for the process and the tool design require the new welding technique for the sensor. These are the some disadvantages we will be faced during the hydroforming. Conclusion that means the hydroforming is an innovative forming processes. Now it is generally being used in the manufacturing or automobile industry. Second, hydroforming is being a more popular, that is automotive and aerospace industry. The advantages overweight the limitation, and metal section is bottling continues to increase, and that is most important for the sample. Now it's time to ask some multiple choice questions relating to the hydroforming. The first question is the chance of crack propagation are more in the options are cold working process, hot working process, C both A and B and D none of the above. So the correct answer for this, that is A, cold working process have the chances of crack propagation more. Second is which characterization of material is used in the forming process, forging process. So A option is the characteristics of elastic of material, B characteristics of ductility of material, C characteristic of plasticity of material, and D none of the above. So the correct answer, that is C, which understand that the characteristic of plasticity of the material is the correct answer. Third question, that is a good surface finishing and better dimensional accuracy can be achieved in the option A is the cold working process, hot working process, both cold welding, hot working, and none of the above. So the correct answer, that is A, cold working process. Fourth question, that is mechanical working process are performed only metal. So the options are A, to achieve the optimal mechanical property in the metal, B, to improve the mechanical strength of the metal, C, to make the metal dense, and D, all of the mentioned above. So you correct answer, that is D, B, that is all of the answer is above mentioned true. Fifth question, that is a hot working process is the plastic deformation of metal which is carried out. Options are A, at temperature below the recrystallization temperature, B, temperature above the recrystallization temperature, C, at temperature equal to boiling point of water, and D, none of the above. So the correct answer, that is B, we can say the outworking process is the plastic deformation of metal which is carried out at lower temperature above the recrystallization temperature. Sixth, that is which of the following are the cold working process, that is the forging, bending, sequencing, by building, drawing. The correct answer, that is a B, that is we can say the first of is bending, also welding, sequencing, and drawing. Seventh, that is a warm working or semi-hot working, which is the plastic deformation of metal or alloy under the condition of temperature and straight rate is performed to eliminate the drawbacks. So options are a cold working, hot working, both hot working, cold working, and none of them above. The right answer, that is C, that is both hot working, cold working. Eighth question, that is volume of metal that enter the rolling stand. Options are A, should increasing the after rolling process, should decreasing the after rolling process, or should remain same after rolling process, or unpredictable. So that the answer, that is should remain same after rolling process. The option, that is the volume of metal that enter the rolling strand. It means it should remain same after the rolling processes. Ninth, the process data, how does the ability of material to withstand unpredictable load changing after forging? The options are A, the ability of material to withstand unpredictable load increasing after forging, B, the ability of material to withstand unpredictable load decreasing after forging, C, the ability of material to withstand the unpredictable load does not change after forging, and D is unpredictable. So the correct answer for the D is A. So we can say the ability of material to withstand unpredictable load increasing the after forging. And last question, that is the casting are usually basically the costlier than forging, cheaper than forging at the same rate of forging of similar metal. Now the also the correct answer, that is a B, is cheaper than the forging process. So at the end, I am recommending some book to regarding the manufacturing technology subject to mention to can learn with the help of this standard books which are very popular writers we mention here. That is Principle of Manufacturing Material and Processes by James S. Campbell by Tata McGill Hill. Second, Manufacturing Technology, Foundry, Forging, Welding by M.J. Rao and Tata McGill Publisher. Third, that is the Production Engineering Science by P.C. Pandey and C.K. Singh, Standard Publisher. Manufacturing Technology by R.K. Rajput by Lakshmi Publication, and Manufacturing Technology by basically P.N. Rao, that is the Tata McGill Publisher. So that is you can understand all this type of forming process, foundry process, or welding process. So you must be prefer that is the manufacturing technology is M.J. Rao. So you can see this is a foundry, forming, and welding. It is the most commonly type of very commonly popular book. M.J. Rao is used for this type of techniques. So with this, I hope you enjoy this lecture. And if you have any query and doubt, you will be drop me below my email ID amit.tiwari@martin.com, and you will be also drop me contact me on my mobile number 8690349448. Thank you so much for listening patiently. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.